Kevin is a Marine Corps veteran who has spent 20 years in the oil and gas industry. Great guy, just met him. He works as a wells tech in Permian Basin, where he averages 15 hours a week in overtime. Now, there's no tax on overtime anymore, Kevin. As a result, Kevin and his wife, Marcy, will take home more than $7,000 extra this year thanks to no tax on overtime, with money that they are going to take. The two boys are on a road trip to Yellowstone National Park. Nice place. Or you can save the money, or you could buy a house or do whatever the hell you want with it, right? But you know what? I'd like to have Kevin and Marcy come up. They're so happy. No tax, in this case, overtime. But think of it. No tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security for the seniors. So who the hell else could have gotten that? Come on up, Kevin.
Thank you, Mr. President. It's a huge honor to be here in Corpus Christi, Texas, with everyone here. Thank you to Oil and Gas Workers Association also. I stand here as a Marine Corps veteran, with my wife, who is a small business owner. We own a small catering company. We are
अमरीकी सदर डोनाल्ड ट्रंप का टेक्सास में खिताब, ईरान के साथ मुज़ाकरात से खुश नहीं, ये कहना था अमरीकी सदर ट्रंप का अपने खिताब में। उन्होंने कहा ईरान को किसी भी सतह पर यूरेनियम अफजूदगी की इजाज़त नहीं होनी चाहिए। ईरान चाहता है थोड़ी बहुत यूरेनियम अफजूदगी करे। अमरीकी सदर डोनाल्ड ट्रंप जो कि टेक्सास में खिताब कर रहे थे, उन्होंने कहा ईरान के साथ मुज़ाकरात से खुश नहीं है। ईरान को किसी भी सतह पर यूरेनियम अफजूदगी की इजाज़त नहीं होनी चाहिए। ईरान चाहता है थोड़ी बहुत यूरेनियम अफजूदगी करे, ये कहना था अमरीकी सदर डोनाल्ड ट्रंप का।
अमरीकी सदर डोनाल्ड ट्रंप इस वक्त टेक्सास में मौजूद हैं और वो एक तकरीब से खिताब कर रहे हैं। उन्होंने ईरान का जिक्र किया और बात करते हुए कहा कि ईरान के साथ मुज़ाकरात से खुश नहीं हैं। ईरान को किसी भी सतह पर यूरेनियम अफजूदगी की इजाज़त नहीं होनी चाहिए। ईरान चाहता है कि थोड़ी बहुत यूरेनियम अफजूदगी करे, लेकिन हम ऐसा नहीं चाहते और उनको इस बात की इजाज़त नहीं होनी चाहिए। आपको बताएं कि ईरान और अमेरिका के दरमियान मुज़ाकरात जारी हैं, लेकिन अमेरिका इससे खुश नहीं है और इस बात का ऐलान अमेरिकी सदर डोनाल्ड ट्रंप ने टेक्सास में तकरीब से खिताब में कहा और कहा कि ईरान के साथ मुज़ाकरात से वो खुश नहीं हैं। ईरान को किसी भी सतह पर यूरेनियम अफजूदगी की इजाज़त नहीं होनी चाहिए। ईरान चाहता है कि थोड़ी बहुत यूरेनियम अफजूदगी करे।
We're also grateful to be joined by a man who's, they say, the most talented man in the oil industry, Doug Burgum, who, as you know, is a great gentleman. He was former governor of North Dakota. I wanted to put him at energy. He said, sir, I'm really good at energy, but there's one man that's better, and his name is Chris Wright. So I made Chris Wright the Secretary of Energy, and he has really proven to be fantastic, wherever you are, Chris. Where is Chris? Thank you. And he's got a beautiful hat. Beautiful. I love the hat. Gulf of America. I love that hat. We have one of the great governors of our country. He is an unbelievable guy, a tremendous friend of mine, and he is something very special. He's tough as hell, I want to tell you. If you think he's a nice guy, you're wrong. He's tough, he's mean, but it's all for you. So I want to just say, Greg Abbott, we love you, Greg Abbott. Good. Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick. Thank you. He's been the chairman of my campaign all three times. All three times we set records. We set records like nobody. Okay, I don't want to brag, but in the history of Texas, I have, correct, Governor, I have by far the largest number of votes ever gotten, and it was the highest, then the highest again, and we just topped it big in the last election. So we have the highest ever gotten, by a lot, by millions of votes. I think I got to move here fast. I'll stay in Washington for a little while. We'll stay in Washington for a little while longer. So thank you very much. And we have a great Attorney General, Ken Paxton. Where's Ken? Hi, Ken. Hi, Ken. And we have a great Senator, John Cornyn. Hi, John. Thank you, John. They're in a little race together. You know that, right? A little bit of a race. It's going to be an interesting one, right? They're both great people, too. Thank you both very much. We appreciate it. Texas House Speaker Dustin Burrows is here doing a terrific job. Hi, Dustin. Thank you, Dustin. Good job. Like you much better than the last guy, Dustin. And we have a senator who's really an amazing guy. I'm thinking about putting him in the Supreme Court. No, I'm thinking because it's very hard. You know, getting these nominations through is very tough. He's the only guy I know. He'll get 100% of the Democrat vote, 100% of the Republican vote. They want to get him out of there. He is such a pain in the ass, but he's so good and so talented. Ted Cruz. That's right. If we ever had a problem, I just picked Ted. That'd solve that problem. No, he's a great guy. And he's a very talented guy, too. Smart. Representatives John Carter, Randy Weber, Jason Smith, Brian Babin. These are all incredible warriors, by the way. Jody Arrington, Lance Gooden, Chip Roy running for office. Chip? Where's Chip? You're doing a good job, Chip. Michael Cloud. That's right. He's the, oh, look at that. Whoa. Okay, this is his district, and people like you. You know, I've had some bad things where I introduce people from a district, and then they like you, Michael. That's good. And you know what? Honestly, they should, because he's a phenomenal congressman, a phenomenal friend, and a phenomenal congressman. Thank you for the great job, and you got that dredging. Is it 54 or 56 feet? Yeah. In other words, 54. He said, go with 54. You got that done. We got it done together, right? Made a big difference. Thank you very much. You have a great congressman. Congressman Tony Gonzalez is here. Tony, congratulations. Jake Elzey, Monica De La Cruz. Thank you. Keith Self, good guy. Oh, these are great people. Thank you, Keith. Brandon Gill, a young one. I endorsed him. I said, a very dear friend of mine happens to have a slight relationship, right? I endorsed him. I said, what does he know about politics? That was like 4 years ago. He knows a lot. You've been fantastic. Thank you very much. Thank you, Brandon. And another friend of mine who's doing very well, Wesley Hunt. Where's Wesley? Wesley Hunt. Doing a good job. Thank you, Wesley. Well, you do have an interesting election. You have a couple of them going on. Texas is so good. You know, I never really appreciated Texas because I won by so much it wasn't fun. But I'd rather have it that way, so let's keep it that way. Let's keep it that way. Director of Federal Housing Finance Agency, a genius financially, Bill Pulte. Hi, Bill. President and founder of the Oil and Gas Workers Association, very popular guy, Matt Code. And we have an actor who's one of the best actors in America. He played a gentleman that preceded me by a few years named Ronald Reagan. And Dennis Quaid has gotten accolades all over the place. And he really is good. Dennis Quaid, where are you, Dennis? Dennis Quaid. Hey, Dennis, come here, Dennis, come here. You know, they like celebrities and actors more than politicians in America. Say a couple of words.
Thank you, sir. Hello, Corpus Christi. Hello, Texas. My home state. I love Corpus Christi. And I love Donald Trump.
Thank you, Dennis. Did a great job. Thank you, Dennis. Got a new movie coming out, by the way. Thanks as well to several great Texas patriots. Jessica Steinman, who's doing unbelievably well. Where's Jessica? You're around here someplace. Thank you, Jessica. Alex Mailer. Alex, thank you. Thank you, Alex. Chris Gabber. Thank you, Chris. Mark Teixeira. Yake, are you the great Mark? He could throw that ball. We need you. We need you desperately. And I hear you doing very well. I endorsed all of these people, by the way. And I hear you doing very well. I'll tell you what, that's the end of the Democrats' chances of winning the game. When you have a top major league player in your team, they're in deep trouble. That's good. We're rooting for you, big. I'm a big fan too. What a great baseball player you were. Thank you very much. Thanks, Mark. Jace Yarborough. Jace, thank you very much, Jace. Good job. They're all leading. John Bonk. They're all leading in the polls, every one of them. And I want to call up 3 people that are running, and we don't even have the polls yet, but they're, I think, doing well. When we endorse people, I like it seriously, but these people we endorse, and just run on up here real fast. Carlos De La Cruz, Webb County Judge Tano Tijerina. Tijerina, come on up. And former Assistant Attorney Eric Flores. They're all running, and I think they're doing great. Say a couple of words.
I have to first thank our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for opening every single door for my family. I want to thank my family, Annette, and my daughter, Rebecca. And Mr. President, I want to thank you, sir, for securing our borders and making America strong. And I got a lot of fighting in me, sir. And I'm going to make sure that Texas 35 brings you a wingman.
Mr. President, it's true an honor to stand up here. Soy un mexicano, Mexican-American, soy un mexicano pero orgulloso, porque aquí estoy con el mejor presidente de todo el mundo. Mr. President, this is South Texas right here. Hard-working patriots, faith-filled patriots, Mr. President. Men and women that power this country, that our ports, our refineries, our ranches, and our military bases. Aquí no tenemos miedo para trabajar. Nunca tenemos miedo. We're not just a border, but we're the future, Mr. President. And we're here to back you up and continue the fight, fight, fight.
Woo! Mr. President, I am honored to be here with you today. As someone who has worn the uniform of the United States Army and locked up some of the worst, I believe in strength, never backing down and staying focused on the mission. That is the kind of leadership that you have brought back to America, and that's the leadership that I will bring to D.C. to fight for Texas 34 and always have your back, Mr. President. South Texas stands ready to do our part to secure our borders, grow our economy, and keep America strong. Thank you for being here, Mr. President, in Corpus Christi. Thank you for your endorsement and for your trust. And above all, thank you for your unwavering, unapologetic devotion to our great nation. God bless you, Mr. President.
Good guys. They're all, I hear, doing really well. We haven't seen the polls, but they're all winning. Everybody I named is winning. But every day, and you know, it's interesting, the governor called me after the last election. He said, you know, you did something no Republican has ever done. You won every border town and little border city, but every border town, all the way up and down, all the way from one side to the other. He said, first time it's ever happened since, he used the word reconstruction, right? And I said, by reconstruction, are you saying the Civil War? Is that what you're saying? That was a fancy way of saying the Civil War. He said, that's the first time it's happened We want every single and largely Hispanic vote. We love the Hispanic voters. We love them. And what a lot of people didn't understand, that the Hispanic voter wants safety and understands safety better than anybody else. So when I said we want safety, we want law and order, they got it better than anybody else, and they voted for Trump. So I just want to thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, man. Every day under the Trump administration, we're taking on the corruption and fraud that drives up your cost of living, and we're defending the honest, hardworking citizens of our country like you. Under the most favored nation agreements for drug prices, we're slashing drug prices at record levels like never seen before, with price differences of 4.
अमेरिकी सदर ट्रंप की मिड टर्म इलेक्शन के लिए टेक्सास में इंतखाबी रैली। रिपब्लिकन्स मिड टर्म जीतकर अमेरिका को अजीम बनाएंगे। अमेरिकी सदर ट्रंप ने कहा, टेक्सास ने हमेशा मुझे भारी अक्सरियत से जितवाया। अमेरिकी सदर ट्रंप की मिड टर्म इलेक्शन के लिए टेक्सास में इंतखाबी रैली से खिताब।
अमेरिकी सदर डोनाल्ड ट्रंप कहते हैं, पाक अफगान जंग में मुदाखलत कर सकता था, लेकिन मेरे पाकिस्तान के साथ बहुत अच्छे ताल्लुकात हैं। सहाफ़ी ने सदर ट्रंप से सवाल किया था, क्या पाकिस्तान और अफगानिस्तान के मामले में मुदाखलत करेंगे। सदर ट्रंप ने मजीद कहा, पाकिस्तान के वज़ीर आज़म और जनरल अजीम हैं, दोनों का बहुत एहतराम करता हूँ। पाकिस्तान बेहतरीन काम कर रहा है, बेहतरीन तरीके से आगे बढ़ा है।
Pakistan have waged a war against Afghanistan. Has the optic intervened? Has anyone reached out to you about that?
Well, I would, but I get along with Pakistan, as you know, very well. Very, very well. Yes, a great prime minister. You have a great general there. You have a great leader. This, I think, two of the people that I really respect a lot. And I think that Pakistan is doing terrifically well, yeah.
अमेरिका ने पाकिस्तान के दिफा के हक की हिमायत के अज़्म का इजहार किया है। अमेरिकी नायब वज़ीर ख़ारजा बराए सियासी अमूर ने वेबसाइट पर लिखा,